Hey everyone, it's Aubrey, recovering perfectionist, queen of distraction, and it is Capsule Wardrobe Day. It is officially the day where we are going to transition my summer wardrobe to fall. And I'm saying this with mild reluctance because I'm not ready for fall. Summer was mild and lovely. We really didn't experience any super crazy temperatures that left me traumatized and craving the cool fall weather. So here I am wanting it to be warm and it's not. So now that my complaining is out of the way, let's talk about something that I'm a little excited about. I am pretty excited because I have been living by Courtney Carver's Project 333 system for 3 years now. This is actually my fourth fall capsule wardrobe that I'm going to be creating. My first capsule wardrobe was my fall capsule wardrobe back in 2022, and that was even before I started my YouTube channel. So unfortunately, there is no record of that. That would have been cool though. I should have started my channel then. Anyway, over the course of the last 3 years, as I've created capsule wardrobes and my style has kind of changed and fluctuated as I've gone through different seasons of life. When I first started my capsule wardrobe, I was still breastfeeding. I had a baby. My body was still very much fluctuating that way. And then over the course of the few years and still currently, I feel like I'm always trying to find what style works the best for me, like what I feel happy and confident and comfortable in. But then things that I feel like I can carry into my day-to-day life as a mom and a home person. I call myself a domestic engineer. When I have to write down my occupation on paperwork, I put domestic engineer. So when I do make any purchases at this point in my life, I am looking for things that are going to be comfortable, things that are cute, and things that like bonus points if it can hide stains. But I just am really loving white lately, and I have been using a lot more stain remover than I have in the past, but we're making it work. So now at this point, since I have created several capsule wardrobes, I just feel like this process gets easier and easier for me. I've got a pretty good system down, and I actually have already done some of it. On Capsule Wardrobe Day, when I make my transition, I pull my 2 blue IKEA bags out of storage, and really the only reason I have 2 blue IKEA bags is because when my sweaters are out of rotation, they pretty much take up an entire bag. I went through everything, like I pulled most everything out, and there were some summer things that I packed away. Some things need to be washed and then tucked away. But as I went through those bags, I was really excited to pull out some of my favorite fall pieces. I was kind of shocked to see how many pairs of jeans that I pulled out, so that's definitely going to be something that I need to address today. But basically just anything in those bags or anything that was in my summer wardrobe, I set off to the side as just possible contenders for this year's fall capsule wardrobe. So since I've already done that, that's just like a big step already checked off of my to-do list, and I at this moment just have a giant pile of shenanigans in the corner of my bedroom, and some of that stuff is going to get packed up, but basically just anything that is outside of a bag right now is being considered for fall. And I need to go through all of it and see what's staying and see what's getting packed away. One thing that I am thinking this fall that I need to do. So over the summer, I did have a partnership with Quince that I'm so thrilled that I had the opportunity to work with them and get like a significant amount of their clothing into my wardrobe, because I was not disappointed whatsoever. And with that large influx of clothing that I wasn't necessarily anticipating, I've got more sweaters than I realistically need. But a lot of the sweaters that are in the mix are my favorite sweaters from like fall past. So this fall, there is a possibility that I might end up with more than 33 items in my capsule wardrobe. And it's more so giving me the opportunity to see what I'm actually going to wear and see what I gravitate towards. I don't want to necessarily get rid of things now, because a lot of the things that I would be, replacing are things that I do still like. So I need to decide, are the new things going to make the cut, or do I want to go back to the old stuff? I'm not going to part with anything unless I know for sure, like, it's gotta go. So I'm done talking for now. Let's throw all the stuff on my bed, and I'm going to categorize and sort and talk some more later. Okay, so this is where we're at right now. This is my pile of questionable things. Basically everything on the bed is stuff that is more than likely going to end up being a part of my capsule wardrobe. This is a pile of stuff that I want to try on and decide if I want to keep it. There are several pairs of jeans that I'm just like, unsure about. The ones that are on the bed are ones that I was absolutely excited about. This stuff right here, so part of the 333 rules are loungewear doesn't count, and these are sweats. I'm not going to wear them out in public. Basically for me, anything that I wouldn't consider wearing out in public on like your average day, I'm not going to count as part of my 33 items. Anything that's really grungy that I would be using for yard work, I do not count. Like this shirt, this tunic thing, I absolutely love this. I have had this for almost 4 years now. It's one of my favorites, but I'm not wearing it out and about anymore. It's just pretty gross. I wear it for when I clean the house, so I'm not counting these things for my capsule wardrobe. Okay, moving on. Okay, this is the part of the video where we're trying on those questionable items. Let's start with questionable item number 1. Okay, just kidding. This ended up being questionable item number 1 and 2. So these are the Quince 100% European linen something or other pants. And I got these because I really like those shorts. Like, it's basically just the shorts that I had, but they grew. And I don't know if do these look fine on me? Are they an awkward length? Like, do I need to cuff them? Would that be weird? I don't know. When I got them, and this is one of my questionable sweaters, it's my favorite style of sweater from Universal Thread that I've had since like 2019, 2020. And it's just always one of like my fall, winter go-tos. And when I got these pants, this is a combination that I had imagined in my head. And I think it's quite cute. Like, I don't know if, like, do I need to do like the wee tuck to like add a little angle stuff with clothes? I don't know. What do we think about this? I'm feeling quite cute. I'm feeling like, especially, hold on, let's see. I've got a couple options here. A couple new footwear options. I need to go look in the mirror and make sure they're cute first though. Not those, definitely these. Okay, so I'm very satisfied with this combination. This is definitely going to be a keeper, but which looks better, long or cuffed? I can't make those kind of choices on my own. I just got these Birdie's velvet loafers from Poshmark. I have been wanting a pair of Birdie's flats for years now. They're working out so far. I've had them for 1 whole hour, but also, do these look too much like PJs? Because that's kind of how I feel about the shorts version of this. Like, this is a pattern that I generally associate with, well, one, my favorite dress from H&M for my senior year of high school, and PJs. So that's this. We're just gonna start doubling everything up. We're gonna get through this super quick. So again, this is that one sweater that I was talking about, just in a different color. I wasn't 100% sure. This just isn't a color that looks the best on me, but I like it. It is very much the kind of color that I want to wear this time of year. I remember back in spring when I was wearing the pink and purple version of this sweater, and I look really good in that. And I was thinking, like, I don't care if it's gonna be fall. I'm gonna wear these colors during September and October, and no, I'm not. I don't want to wear pink and purple right now. I wanna wear sweaters that are the color of leaves, and that's that. These jeans, sorry, my belly button's right here, and I need my belly button covered. I don't feel safe. My kangaroo pouch from having children just does not feel secure, and I need my kangaroo pouch to feel secure. So these jeans I'm going to part with. Let's try the next thing on. Okay, so here we are with questionable items 5 and 6. This wouldn't be an outfit that I'm actually wearing. I'm just trying to try multiple things on. But this is a sweater that I would wear with leggings. I like a longer sweater with leggings. I don't like my undercarriage exposed in leggings. That's just my personal preference when it comes to that. With that being said, this is polyester, and I've been trying really hard to eliminate the polyester from my wardrobe, but I don't have a ton of longer sweaters. So I think that this is going to be one of those things that lives in my wardrobe just to see if I end up actually wearing it. And I mean, even if I do end up wearing it, just like worst case scenario, I wear it until it pills up and looks like a piece of trash and I get rid of it. So let's move down to these pants though. These are jeggings without a zipper, which is a different kind of level of jeans for me. But I wanted a stretchy pair of pants, jeggings, whatever, jeans to have in my collection of clothing. I feel like I wanted a pair of skinny jeans, just, you know, as the true millennial that I am. And I do feel like I need to cuff these, which I'm fine with. I don't mind a cuff. I'm 5'2.5". I have been cuffing things for the majority of my adult life. So these, I like them. I like the way that they look, but it's just up top, there's a little give. Now, everywhere here fits okay. And these are a small. Do I size down and get an extra small, knowing that they'll probably be tighter on my thighs, but they'll fit me up here? Or do I just keep these because they fit my legs well and anticipate me eating far too much comfort food over the next 4 to 6 months? Like, do I just acknowledge the fact that I'm basically going into hibernation and just keep this extra room for Thanksgiving and Christmas cookies? I probably should. Worst case scenario, if I do end up really liking these, I just end up buying them in a smaller size for the times of year that I'm not 50% cookie dough. Okie dokie, here we are with questionable items 7 and 8. So this sweater, I know it's not a color that looks great on me. I had considered parting with it in the past, but again, it's a longer sweater. That other one that I had tried on, like the V-neck cream one, I went and looked in the mirror again, and I just really don't like that style on me, even though it is a color that I guess looks better on me if I had to choose between this one and that one. I just don't like that style. So that one I am just going to get rid of. I don't feel excited about wearing that. This, even though it's not necessarily my color, it's one that I feel good in. And so I'm going to keep this. These are another pair of jeans, leaving my belly button exposed. Can't do it. So these I'm going to part with. This is all the things. It's officially done. And now that I have done this and I see everything that I get to wear in the upcoming season, I'm actually feeling excited. I'm feeling excited for fall now. So first things first, we are just a smidge over 33 items. I don't always count outerwear, especially things that I would only be wearing around the house. I don't really wear my raincoat out and about, but I'm just counting it because why the flip not? These 2 coats are also in the mix because it's one of those, like, I want to see how much I'm actually going to wear you kind of things. So I think it's like 35 items. I'm not going to beat myself up over it. And that is one of the things that I love about the Project 333 system. If you haven't read the book, I highly recommend it. I'll link it down in the description. One of the things that Courtney Carver mentions is the Project 333. It is very much customizable and you can, tweak the official rules to make things work for you. So that is what I'm doing today, and here we are. Let's go through all the things, and you know what we're just gonna do while we're up here? We're going to start with a sweater. So right up here, I have my 3 tried and true universal thread sweaters. These 2, it will be our 5th year together, and then this one I actually thrifted off of Mercari last year. This Old Navy sweater, I've had it for at least 3 years at this point. These 2 are new to me this year. These are 2 Quince sweaters. I really love this striped one. I've worn this quite a few times already. This green one is new to me as well. I actually still have the tags on it. Same with this one. I just really love this color, so I did not mind buying it in 2 different styles. I've got my favorite Old Navy vintage style white t-shirt. I don't know how much I'll end up wearing it during this time of year, but I just wanted to have it in the mix just as a classic staple. I've got my 2 linen pants. I am excited about these Quince ones. I'm curious to see how I incorporate these into my wardrobe throughout the next couple of cooler weather seasons, or if they're just going to end up hanging out with me for fall. We'll see. This Old Navy vest, I really haven't worn this a ton, but I'm keeping it more so as a layering piece, and also kind of one of those things like, hey, let's see how much you actually end up being worn. As far as jeans go, there was a pair that I ended up just deciding to pack away. I like them a lot in the spring, so just for longevity's sake, I know that 5 pairs will be enough. I have my 2 Levi wedgie jeans, which I go back and forth between whether or not the Levi wedgie jeans or the Madewell Perfect Vintage jeans are my favorite. I've got the Perfect Vintage crop, and then I have those Quince stretchy legging jigging situation. I have my Joe's skinny jeans, which I had actually forgotten about, but I don't know, I'm kind of missing the skinny jeans. And I'm not ashamed to say that. I've got my overalls, and then these are my favorite fleece leggings. I have had one of these pairs for 3 or 4 years now, and I'll link them in the description on Amazon. Anything that I have a link for, I'll put in the description below. I'm keeping my Madewell denim button-up out. My friend had suggested layering it under this, which that would be quite cute, wouldn't it? You can't have fall without a flannel, even though I don't know how much I'm going to end up actually wearing it. will see. This long sleeve thermal from Old Navy, I have this in a light blue that I wear during the winter, and I really love that style. And then over here, these are the double layer tanks from Old Navy. I am, for this season, I know that like if I wore something where a shirt would be exposed, it would be the black one. My white and this brown one that I got, I'm not counting those because those are going to be like, I'm wearing them under this because I'm trying to get away with not wearing a bra. And then down here, I have two hoodies. They're the super soft Quince hoodies. And then this one down here, I ended up getting that at Goodwill for like $6. It was basically brand new. And that feels like a really good replacement for the green tunic that I shared with you guys earlier in the video that was getting downgraded to like a, I'm only wearing this when I'm cleaning kind of thing. So these two coats are in the mix because I want to see where I stand with them. I want to see if they're coats that I actually end up wearing. I know this one I definitely will. I always feel hesitant to wear the lighter color coat during this time of year because it's just like dirtier than normal. Dry dirt is easier to get out of your clothes than wet dirt. And where we are in the Pacific Northwest, things are generally damp. This Quince shirt jacket situation is wool and lovely, and I'm very excited to add this into my collection. I have this navy wool coat that my friend gave me last winter that I really love. I'm excited to have this one back out again. And then my raincoat, I don't always count this just because I normally only wear this out in the yard, but this year is our first year homeschooling, and I have a feeling that we are going to be having more outdoor outings away from our home. So I think that raincoat will probably end up following me out and about more than it has in the past. Okay, so I think that we are done up here. Let's go down to the shoe department. All right, here we are. We're just going to start down here. These are the Keds Jump Kick leather sneaker, and I think this is my third pair of these. I really love this shoe. I try to get at least a year out of them, but after fall and winter, they end up just looking really sad, and they get downgraded to like an outside in the backyard sneaker, and then I end up getting myself a new pair that I trash the following year. It's a sneaker cycle that we have going on. These Velvet Birdies, like I had mentioned, these are new to me. I am very excited about these. I love this style. I'm excited about those, especially considering that I got such a good deal on them. These Seychelles flats I got at Ross last year, and I really like these. I did put these away for the summer season, but they're back out. These suede clog Birkenstock looking situations are actually from Quince, and this is my first time getting a style such as these. I feel like it's a very certain vibe, and I've been loving it. I've actually worn these quite a lot over the course of the last month, and I'm really happy with these. They're very comfortable. One of my friends who actually has had several pairs of Birkenstocks tried these on and said that they were more comfortable. That makes me feel good. And then these suede boots, these are, I think, my third or fourth year with these. And last winter, I did end up doing like a waterproof treatment on them, which made a big difference. They're in pretty rough shape, but I think that I'm just going to at least try and get another year or two out of these. I really don't feel a huge draw to replace these, considering that they're just going to end up getting destroyed. So I definitely want to get as much life out of these that I can. It's just, I don't know, one of those styles that it's whatever. Where with these, like when they start looking gross, they're looking gross. Okay. I think that's that. I need to go talk to my children for a moment. Like, please just let me have 5 more minutes of silence, and then I'll be back and we'll close things up. Okay, I told them 5 more minutes and then I will be done. Alrighty, so that is it. Thank you so much for taking a chunk out of your day to tag along with me as I created my fall capsule wardrobe. I am quite happy with how everything turned out. I'm actually, like I said, I'm actually kind of excited for fall now. She said reluctantly, but it is just bittersweet. We've really had such a good summer. And it's, here in the Pacific Northwest, we don't get enough summer. So we're headed into the gray until May phase of our year, and it's going to be fine. So that's all. We're done. If you are not yet subscribed and you would like to hang out with me, we are at this phase of my YouTube channel, still doing capsule wardrobe seasonally. I do my 10 favorite outfits video for each season, and I talk about any new things that I've added, anything that I've taken out. And yeah, those are fun. And then, just a lot of, we clean sometimes. Sometimes we decorate a room, but not as often as I would like to because that costs money. But this is also our first year homeschooling, so if you'd like to tag along for that, you can subscribe. You're invited. If not, then that's okay too. Either way, I hope to see you in the next one. I hope you have a beautiful day and enjoy the last little bit of summer that we have, and enjoy your fall. Thanks for watching. As always, I love you. Have fun and be kind.